Welcome, Ravenites, to another fun session zero of Raven's Realm Tabletop Podcast. I'm your host, Justin Bourne, and I'm joined today by our intrepid crew of players ready to embark on an epic journey across the cosmos. Tonight we have Kai
Hello, that is me.
and Noah
Hello.
and Ryan
Hi, I'm Ryan.
and our little more worldly GM, Brandon.
Hey, folks. All right, we're back and we're about ready to kick off our third season of this stuff. It's been a long time coming, but yeah. So if you tuned in last time, you saw us generate a lot of the history of our Stars Without Number style sector. Now we're gonna get into kind of a little bit more of the crunch. We're doing the system, the Cypher system for the actual rules engine, the player-facing rules engine, I'd say. Um, so we're doing character creation. This is a proper session zero, and we get to make characters in this terrible little corner of the solar system. So, with that in mind, we described a lot of setting, a lot of worlds last time. We had Kharkoum, kind of our focus, like capital world. Now a tomb world with like roving bands of I don't know, kind of what's the name? Other dust and stuff like that. Style world of gritty apocalyptic type shit. It's slowly coming out of that. We don't necessarily have to start there, and we haven't really talked about where we want to start or what we want those conditions to be. I think we just know we're doing some sci-fi stuff with some sci-fi characters, and there's a spaceship involved, right? Beyond that, kind of all the gloves are off. We have Kharkoum defined. We have a number of other worlds were kind of mentioned as part of the siege of Kharkoum. We have uh, Chronopolis, which was the world of Chronopolis. The primary planet Chronopolis had some android uprising at some point, and there's a moon there that has some cultists. So that's all we really know. There's a lot more worlds to that, and I have world tags and kind of thoughts of what I want to do. What kind of world? How did y'all see this kind of starting out, spaceship wise, and all that sort of stuff? Does anyone have strong villains or inspiration? Cool.
I have neither of which. I do like the idea of starships.
Hell yeah. That's why we're here. All right. So then let's kind of dig into that. Do y'all want to be in like a patron, like finance the starship? Maybe you found the starship. Maybe you, I don't know, through grit and other things, you just happen that someone in the group maybe has a starship or y'all have a starship. We can kind of, what's the word
Well,
where everyone puts their hands on the little thing and it like spells out words and stuff, and it's
let's discuss
Ouija board.
then kind of the roles that we are coming across, because I'm looking at a character that's kind of a pilot, but I don't really see pilots as owners or captains of the ship.
Sure.
So like we would look at the other guys and girl and see what we could come up with on who thinks they should be more captain-esque or what character they may have that would work for that, so we could get an idea of where
And we
this
did
ship
have
came
some
from.
starting inertia for characters too, right? We had the idea of from like coming out of stasis type characters, and I think Kai, your character was largely based on that notion and idea, and that's where that would be coming from. And I think Ryan, your character, was also like maybe in that same vein. Is that accurate?
Yeah, it was a initial thought or idea. But I think what I would want my character to be would be someone a bit like hardened or maybe seen the atrocities of the world and is a bit scarred by it. Something like,
Okay.
general of some kind or commander of some kind. But I don't know if he would be a captain of this ship we're on. It, from my understanding, I thought I would envision it being like we kind of just all happened upon this ship by our own
Okay.
means, and I would believe that we would have a patron, but I don't know if anyone disagrees with that.
What if we did have a captain, but he died, and now we are captainless and trying to put it all together afterwards?
Gotcha.
That's
Star
my
Trek reboot.
question too, is like how much are we saying that this group know each other but prior to the journey beginning? Because I kind of at least imagine my character as someone who would either need to be awakened or was just recently awakened by the group and therefore does not really have true full connections to anyone on the ship. But because she was awoken again by this group, is kind of with them.
Yeah, I would say I'm in the same boat, kind of just like work colleagues that have been working together for a couple months, not like a long-standing relationship of any kind.
And we could even have it be shorter than that. Like we could have session 1 be kind of in media res style of like y'all are being hunted down by the remnant, and you are like running out of this community. They did some shit, woken some things from stasis, and have found a space. Like, and it's all just panic hitting buttons in places that you shouldn't be just hitting buttons in, type of thing. And then that's kind of just how we open.
Hmm.
Um, and that was kind of, if we were going to start on Khartoum, which seems to be kind of the default assumption here. That's how I would frame it potentially. Noah, do you have any thoughts? I didn't hear from you.
Um, so I still want to do someone from Cynodon. Is that what it is? The android planet
Okay,
as like a kind of
Chronopolis.
special Chronopolis. That's it. Like a special agent, kind of like android hunter
Okay,
type of
okay.
deal.
Ooh.
Android who is a hunter or a hunter of androids?
Hunter of androids.
Okay.
Or both.
Yeah, I'm like my kind of headcanon on it was um that like the what happened on Chronopolis sort of like eventually one side or the other went underground, either the
Mhm.
humans or the androids, and like I was seeing him as a human who could infiltrate and hunt the androids is kind of the thing. I don't know. That's where I was at with it. I was trying to figure out some words
Yeah.
that
I
would
think
go with that.
okay, so like drawing on that, I think that's the strongest inspiration we have to kind of guide us here so far. So let's say that Chronopolis, like humans are kind of, shadow type, underground, suppressed type individuals, and you've escaped, but you're kind of on the outskirts, like fighting against some broader badness. That makes sense. And for some reason, you're here on Khartoum to do a thing, and you roped in some normies, and in that process, woke up some stasis folk.
Yeah, that feels about right. I think the other aspect of him was also kind of like a little bit too jaded, and for like the overall character arc, kind of like him learning not to be super jaded anymore was
Okay.
kind of how I was seeing that. Like getting back in
Oh,
touch
right,
with
because
like
we
he's
are
had
talking
to
about
do
character arcs
inhuman
and stuff.
things. Yeah, like he's had to do inhuman things, but he's like at the low ebb of caring right now.
Right.
I like that character arc.
So let's go ahead and frame that a little bit more, because I think that can also inform like a starting objective, a starting shared arc or objective, kind of for the group here. Was y'all were coming, you had made your way to Khartoum, maybe like getting passage on various other vessels, have arrived here with the objective of finding basically an what you understand to be an ancient AI core that has been
Mm.
here, that is meant to be the opposing force to help bring kind of like balance and reason back to the end, or somehow a weapon to be used. Maybe, and you find this is all kind of before session 1 starts, but maybe you get here and the thing you found is actually an AI, like the ancient weapon that's supposed to help is actually just another AI core. And you
Okay,
don't know how
so
to feel about that.
yeah, I was gonna say that one would not sit great. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest.
The conflict is kind of built in, is there? Is you
Yeah,
have this thing, it's not plugged into anything, you haven't given it a body, it's supposed to be helpful in this situation.
yeah. Mm.
No, we can fish again.
No, I like that. I think that it was described as a weapon. Like maybe they thought it was like a virus or something, and it turns out it's another AI.
They're,
Who,
or maybe they're not wrong, right?
yeah, like maybe it actually can help, but it's still just
And I am
doesn't feel
drawn
good.
to the AI because we're talking about androids already, and I really like the narrative of AI cores and shit and stars. That said, we can also steer away from that and have it be something tilling into the magical aspects and the shadowy aspects of the setting instead.
I don't see a reason not to combine those sort of.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like we can be like a little blurry with the like where is the line between like an AI and a shadow? You know?
No, I personally, Brandon really enjoys the thought of um, entombed AI space wizards. That that appeals to Brandon.
Everybody like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody on
Yeah.
board with that? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we have our initial focus here. So you have come here, you maybe roped in a guide or a band of folks to join you on this little adventure of yours, and that brings in Justin,
Yes.
right?
My
So
character.
yeah, how do you think you could tie into that?
Oh, easily. So, Scooter McGavin is who I'm going with, and he is a racer, like through and through. That was his life. Is he's a racer, but in my head, I kind of have him as like he was on the path, the high up and up path, and then like hit a huge downfall whenever he like crashed into the water source to a town or something, and the whole town had to close up and move because there was no water there, and they would have died without it. So they had to move completely. And so, like, he ruined an entire town with his bad driving or like mistaken driving or something that happened. But then, so now he's moved into this bigger city or into the bigger city, and he's just taking on low level jobs, kind of delivering low levelly. Yes, levelly. That's the word.
So maybe the reason y'all would be placed under pressure or hunted. One second, bourbon.
I start taking dirty work.
Um, yeah, I think you are hunted. I think it's like you don't know this necessarily, and Noah's character doesn't necessarily know this, but basically the group that's coming to get y'all, you might be like, oh, they must be off after this treasure trove of weapons. No, they're just trying to kill you. Like there's a hit on you or something like that, and they're just after Scooter.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that sounds
That's
about right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think in this place, we get Ryan from Stasis
Mhm.
and Kai from Stasis. Do we want to have
Or
both characters come from that, or do you have a different view on that?
yeah, I have a different view. I was thinking, someone who was once a part of, and I'm blanking on the name because I don't have the notes up that we took, but part of our starting planet and that army, right? But then since they lost the war, he's become a mercenary and has been, actually no. No, because it's the
Were
timeline
you
wise.
were you put in stasis after the war?
I think I'm a descendant of someone from the war and then have become a
Okay.
mercenary. I think that's it. And then the secrets of my relative has been passed down to me, and I think that's what he's navigating the world that he doesn't view as great. And I think he would be a part of this crew because of either something he knows about this AI tech or something about our cargo is important, and so I'm looking to make sure that it doesn't fall into my enemies or the wrong hands or something like
I like
that.
that. I think there can be some narrative tension here where, Noah, like it's like I want to go hunt in these ruins for a thing. You wouldn't normally take these kind of jobs, but it's like in those ruins for a thing. That's a specific thing. I think you're on to some of the dangerous shit, right? And so you kind of
Mhm.
pack in as like a double agent type situation of like you're trying to like figure out what it is and make sure it's not used for the wrong reasons and stuff like
Mhm.
that, or used at all. Like I'll let you walk that line.
Yeah. Once we.
Kai, you are basing your character on the Codex of the Black Sun, Yama Kings, very heavily.
Yeah.
Literally
So
are one of those. Do we
yeah,
want?
so I guess
Oh,
my question really is, as Yama King kind of works for whoever was in power during that
mhm.
period of time as kind of an enforcer, executioner, judge, and jury. Um, I was kind of wondering when we come to this home planet, are we saying the androids won? Are we saying that the humans won? Because that will really depend. Like, is my character someone who was potentially leading the android army, or were they somebody that was an android that was fully against rebelling against the humans and was actually working for the humans that led to them winning? Um, and then
Yeah.
I kind of see it that way. Like, I think if we go the route that the humans have won, but there's still tension due to losing a huge workforce on the planet of such as the androids rebelled, and we have this Yama King that actually helped fight the androids, but then due to a distrust of those systems, they put her on ice, um, and and kind of discarded her and forgot about her until she was stumbled upon.
I like this. Okay. Do you think you would have like an ability? Did we tie you to specifically being able to manipulate machines? I forget what we talked about when we were hammering out your powers.
We So unfortunately I left my notebook at home, but I think we were talking about like pulling aspects from different ones. So it was
Talks to
going to
machines
be
comes to mind, something like that.
Yeah, so it was something about talking to or manipulating machines, and then also something about like following rules specifically. It was like those two aspects of she was programmed to do a specific thing, and but because she's not human, she has mechanical abilities.
All right, my brain's going in two directions with this. Then it is either like somehow your character is like a guardian of the thing they found,
Mhm.
or is literally the thing they found.
Mm.
And we're kind of going to be basing a lot of this, or at least the initial velocity here, around that Chronopolis android flight because they were originally
Mm.
not. They were originally on Khartoum and stuff like that. And kind of early in our timeline, they did their migration away and onto Chronopolis, and the bombarding of Khartoum and all that was much later and seemingly unrelated. Seemingly. So I think I like the Guardian aspect more because that gives us a little bit more play with what we can do there.
Mhm. Okay.
Do you want to be how much memory of the before times do you want to have, or do you want to play the stasis has kind of wiped your memory?
I think it could either be I don't think she has full memory. Well, I see it this way. Either she has, from the moment she was shut off, she
Hmm.
remembers everything beforehand, has no idea what the hell is going on when she's woken, or even her memory as something that wasn't trusted, everything other than her mission has been erased from her memory. So she doesn't know why or what she's doing, she just knows she has to do it.
I like that, like a prime directive type situation.
Yeah. So I do think that it does fit into the narrative of we don't trust these people. She's doing one specific tool and then we turned her off. There's no need for her to have memory, especially of the war itself.
All right, I think a story is speaking to me here. You were part of the treaty to have the androids not just go to war with humankind was for them to just turn off all of their anti-android like defenses and stuff like that and
Mhm,
control units. You are an aspect of that. You so
mhm,
your deactivation was tied to these trees back in the day. Um,
mhm.
things going on at Chronopolis, not necessarily in keeping with those, and they probably just, well, what are they gonna do, right? And I think that's our story. So I think the way we start that initial inertia, that starting scene is all of found the stasis things. I think it even goes to the point that it's that Kai, you're like in the situation, you don't know much of anything, but you
Mhm.
know that your ship is there.
Yeah.
And that would be the flight. And I think that's our starting scene. So let's make some well, before we even make the characters, let's talk about these arcs because I think all of these kind of can tie together. So um we have the arc of Agent X7 trying to, how do you want to articulate that? Like develop empathy for the android? Like what's your, not being such an
That's
asshole is a
I no, I think that's like a path to it, but it really is like get back in touch with his humanity. Like
Sure.
life has like the collateral damage has stopped meaning anything to him. Like that's a big part of it is to me is that like it's like he's just like getting the job done and like does not care who gets hurt in the process and like moving away from that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, do we want to say maybe like your arc could be learning about humanity in the rest of the sector?
Yeah, because I
Yes.
think a part of it too is like being from there and like that's just life. That's all it is. It's just fighting all the time.
Right. So I think that's a cool thing, and that also motivates you to move about from system to system and kind of like episodically learn about the different places.
I
Um,
like that.
yeah, having that impetus at the start is helpful. Justin,
Yo,
for you, potentially being hunted down, maybe having destroyed the town in Five Falls Goes West, what are you what do you think for like an opening arc, or kind of like where your character's initial motivations may lie? Is it just survive to find out what's going on?
I feel like with him, it's more of a penance storyline. Um, he's trying to make right what he's done wrong, but he just keeps messing up. But his heart's in the right place. But he just like he was never a bad guy. He didn't intentionally go into the water well or whatever. It just an accident happened onto him in a way. You know, something mechanical failure or something that caused it. But he's been outcasted and he wants to like kind of redeem himself in a way. So he wants to kind of either rebuild the town or like make it up to the few townspeople that were living there. Just find a way to redeem himself to people. Like that's kind of his like he's really
So
hurt by it, kind of. So
I want to be careful with walking this line because
okay.
we have an arc about traveling around and learning about places, and you might have an arc fixed on a specific location in Khartoum, and it's hard. We can't entertain both of those, right?
That's where money is the draw. The money is where he's just like, I'm going to either make it up to him by either rebuilding the town like I promised or something like that. But money is his like driving force or people and being able to like build the town to be better or something like that. But like that's the end game is that redeeming art. But the whole time he's kind of struggling with like self-worth, little things that go with all this because like
Gotcha. So
he
as
went
much as
flying
saving
high and
anyone
then
could give you like progress on this arc,
yeah,
just
exactly.
being a hero at all would be helpful. Cool.
Exactly.
That. Um, Ryan, what do you think for situation?
Yeah, I would think my character would be um, looking for. I'm trying to find the her notes, but looking for one of the other organizations and trying to like kind of take them out. And so I've been a mercenary hired on this job, to protect the cargo, know a little bit of something about it, and I'm just trying to hunt these individuals from the hand. I think that's the one I'm thinking of. I don't recall their
Did we go
actual
with the hand?
name.
In the fist.
The fist. I think I would be hunting those because the fist was supporting the demon guy. Or no,
That
is
gets
that
wishy-washy at the end of our
wishy-washy?
timeline.
Okay.
There's some shit happens, right?
All I know
Um,
is the fist and the demon guy are tied together. I don't like the demon shadowy guy. That's what
Right.
I'm gonna go with.
Okay. So I wouldn't articulate that arc as defeating the fist because I feel like that's like a campaign
Yeah,
spanning
yeah,
situation. But like,
yeah. But that is, I think, the overall goal of my character.
Like
Okay.
he's taking down low level fist.
Yeah, low level fist, working the way up the ladder.
We are just making. I made the Daredevil joke last time. But yeah. All right. Kai, how do you see an arc working for your character? Is that maybe like a regaining memories or like assessing the situation? And these arcs don't have to span the whole campaign. They can be concluded within a section and then you move on and you have a new arc and stuff like that. So don't feel like this is I am bound to this for the whole campaign.
Yeah, I think her arc I see as one, figuring out what happened, and two, seeing any remnants of what is left from her before time that she does remember, and then of course protecting the AI core.
Okay. All right. Recovering memories with the prime directive of protect the weapon, the thing, the entity. Okay, I like that. Then we're ready to go into actual straight up character creation. I think I will structure this as let's start with with those of you who are more opinionated or have a better idea of the character you want to make. I think that's probably between Noah and Kai if I had to guess. Um,
Do you mind going first? Because I don't want to step on your character's toes, and I feel like I have range to move outside of that.
Sure. I can definitely go first. Let me go to the right pages. I haven't made any of like.
Ryan, I'm going to go ahead and just make you able to view all of the character sheets so you can see these as we make them.
Cool, got it. I might need a refresh, but
Well, no, you,
or-
hold on a second. Hold
yeah.
on.
I see
All right.
them. All right, let's do. Is it YK that we're going with
Yes.
first?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Could you just like test to see if it updates automatically on my end? Like added just descriptor, I guess. Or. Oh yeah. That works. All right, awesome. In the stream, we'll be able to see it. All right.
All right. So let's go with what is it? Descriptor focus type. You got stuff in mind for that?
Yeah, so I think for descriptor, uh, I had it and I completely lost it. I think it should be a mechanical is kind of a very easy one to wrap that aspect into it, because I don't really see a other one that really makes too much sense.
Hell yeah. All right. So going with a mechanical.
Yeah.
We won't worry about dragging all those stat increases or anything.
Okay.
I can't spell. Mech. Oh, there you go. Type.
I'm gonna go with warrior.
Ooh.
Or speaker. I'm debating between warrior and speaker because I do see her as this protective one, but there is the aspect of Yama King that is very much a
Speaker.
yeah.
Yeah. What from warrior draws you? Just the combat type abilities?
Yeah. But I don't know if that would be the most important aspect of it. I'm gonna go speaker.
Hell yeah.
Me not choosing adept is really, really brave of me, I'll say that.
Speaker isn't a whole lot off, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair.
And focus. Were we doing a custom one or were we basically using one from the book? I forget.
I think it's basically one from the book, but I think if it's okay to start with one from like move from one to the other, if that makes sense, as she
It
levels
does.
up? Okay.
We don't have to have, and we don't have to know exactly what that looks like today. We can kind of talk about that over
Mhm.
time. But yeah. So, and I think it was Toxic Machines.
It was either Talks to Machines or Meet Out Justice.
I like both of those.
I know, that's the hard part.
Meets Out Justice is so good.
I know. I'm looking at them. I feel like Meet Out Justice makes more sense at the higher tiers, but to start off, maybe going with Talks with Two Machines. As someone who like doesn't have any memories and maybe won't even have is programmed in a specific way but might not even have like the context to know what Meet Out Justice means other than don't touch my shit, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with Talks to Machines. And I'll just make a note on my character sheet. Okay.
All right then. So for that speaker, I'm
Mhm.
just going to, I assume that folks just have this pulled up, but if not, here it is. Up, up, up. Speaker, stat pools. For that, so your base things are going to start might 8, speed 9, intellect 11, and you get your 6 floating points that you can assign however you would like.
Might 8, speed 9, intellect 11, you said?
That's right.
Okay.
And then because of mechanical, you can already just bump intellect by 2. And then from there, you got your 6 points.
Okay. Mm. Okay.
Hell yeah. So with that, let's see, your effort is 1, and your starting edge of 1 is in intellect.
Okay.
Looks like effort's already set. I'm going to do another pop out. Pardon the interruption. And mechanical is line 32 in that doc.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it up because you can drag the skills for the line items for that directly on your character sheet and it'll just get auto-magicked on.
Okay.
Cool. Popping back to your type, you get 4 of those abilities.
Type. Four. Okay. I'm gonna choose demeanor of commands. Terrifying presence. Inspire aggression and erase memories.
Oh boy. Oh boy. And then from Toxic Machines, I will pop out the focus. Do you already have it open?
I had it. That messed up. But I think I pulled them in already. It's
Oh.
very bottom.
You have both of those, by the way.
Oh, I have both. Okay.
They're both tier 1 and they're not separated by an or.
Okay, so it's machine affinity and distant interface. Oh, that. Okay. Yep.
Cool. The last bit there for making your character, I believe, is just your starting equipment as per the first tier speaker and the additional equipment from mechanical.
Okay.
I think I can go on to Noah after that. I'll let you bake on the equipment because I think that's gonna be some scrolling through books and stuff.
Yep.
Noah, what you got?
Okay. I was kind of going along with you. Just I can go over where I got stuff just to make sure I did everything right.
Yeah, let's do your descriptor type focus.
I'm thinking of a vicious warrior who battles robots. That seems like what we described.
That sounds great. That sounds really fun.
I gotta be honest, half of this is because looking through the book before the last session, I saw the battles robots focus, which is just it's so cool. It's such a good name. Okay, so from vicious, I've got skill in. I'm trained in tracking creatures, and if a creature has wronged you, the tracking is eased. Bloodthirsty, which is once you begin fighting, you only see red. You inflict 2 additional points of damage with any attack. And Berserk, and that's the one that's going to be interesting. Once you begin fighting, it's hard for you to stop. In fact, it's a difficulty 2 intellect task to do so, even if your foe surrenders or you've run out of foes. If the latter occurs and you fail to stop, you attack the nearest ally within short range.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, it would probably be wise for somebody to keep tranquilizers on hand.
Okay.
Just assuming like my guy starts going crazy and he just tranking.
See, it doesn't look like there's any stat changes for Vicious, so then going from there, your base stats on Warrior, you might have already done this. So you start 10, 10, 8.
Yeah, and then put 6 in.
That works.
Right? Okay. And from that one, I did here. Let me know if this was okay. This is the one thing I wasn't sure about. The book lists the flavors in it's chapter 6. I was using the technology flavor. If that's not cool, I can change the thing I took from that.
That sounds appropriate. Let me go look at it real quick just to technology flavor. Oh, and you subbed out some abilities in. Okay.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to work, right?
Yep, and that's where Hacker came from.
And the tech skills.
So tech skills actually comes from your focus already. Battle robots, you just get tech skills.
Oh.
Yeah, you get machine vulnerabilities and tech skills automatically. So.
That might have been what I was doing. I might have one more to pick then.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I don't see tech skills actually on your sheet.
I just put because it's like you pick 2 of the skills.
Got it.
I put the 2 that I picked on skills.
I
Same
think
thing.
what we'll do is I'll drag it onto your sheet.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna punch that archive button that kind of grays it out.
Gotcha.
Just for note keeping. Like it's not. I didn't have to. Don't need to do that.
Okay, I gotcha. That's also the warriors where I got the practiced with heavy weapons, light weapons, and
yes. Okay. And then let's see. And you went with edge and speed. Cypher limit 2. Weapons, light, medium, heavy. Starting equipment. We'll do equipment kind of last. Do you want to do your 4 abilities? And those are what you would change out with the flavor stuff, potentially.
Yeah. So for that, I got hacking, physical skills, which I chose running and climbing.
Hell yeah.
This seemed like they would be useful. I typed in jumping, I meant running. Change that. Running just always seems to come up. I'm going to take practice in armor. Cool deal. And then I did do my equipment already.
So we have hacker, physical skills, practice in armor. What was the fourth? I think you were down one
Oh.
because you took tech skills, but that was already a freebie, so that's the bonus one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's from the battles with robots.
Yeah. So I think you have one more ability.
Oh,
That's like I see from the warrior list, the
interesting.
warrior 4, you took hacker as a flavor swap in. You've
Mhm.
got practice in armor and you have physical skills. Was there another one like combat? No, I don't see that. So that's only 3.
You are right. That is only. Oh, I thought I added already. Quick throw.
Quick throw. Nice.
Like, I know I had another one picked out. I just hadn't put it on the sheet. That's what it was. Okay, and then battles with robots gets me machine vulnerabilities and tech skills. Already on the sheet. And then equipment, I get clothes. My expensive item is lightweight body armor. 2 weapons are a laser/photon pulse rifle and a monomolecular blade. And the 2 medium medium priced pieces of equipment are binoculars and a communicator badge/ring.
Okay. Hell yeah. So what? How does that? What is that? Is that a ring or what do you want that to be?
I like the thought of it being like a watch.
Hell yeah.
No, where'd you find the equipment?
So equipment is on. It's in the genre section. So the sci-fi one starts on PDF page 274, book page 272.
Okay, I see it. Thank you.
No problem.
And so there is going to be equipment that is applicable in the core rulebook under the part 3 genres in the as far as the table is concerned. Then there's also a genre rulebooks with the science fiction rulebook in it that also I think has some equipment and armaments.
It might be buried in the setting that they give you there. Is that where that is?
It's all under Cypher System rulebooks folder and for me.
Oh, I meant like inside of the Stars of Fire.
Yes, it is.
Okay. That makes sense.
Justin or Ryan, who wants to go next?
Justin, you can go unless
Okay, I'm
you're
ready.
not ready. Yeah.
So Scooter is let's see. Sorry, he is a swift explorer who pilots StarCraft. Is what I have so far. And then with Swift, it comes with a +4 speed pool in my speed pool, and then 2 skills, and then 1 inability. Trained in initiative actions, trained in running actions, but then I'm fast, but not necessarily graceful. Any task involving balance is hindered. And then pilot StarCraft. Let's see, that's my first. Oh, no, it's the very bottom one. It shows that. Let's see. I would get Flex Lore and what is the other one? Piloting. Or pilot. There we go. Flex Lore, pilot. And then with being an explorer, I get 1 effort, or my effort's going to be at 1. My might has an edge of 1. And then I haven't worked out my starting equipment and haven't worked out my weapons. I know I'm using a light weapon. And then I'm supposed to choose 4 abilities. So I chose the abilities of Find the Way, Fleet of Foot, Surging Confidence, and Trained Without Armor. Is this all right?
So far, sounds great.
I got 2 pilots. No, there we go. Okay. Is there anything else I'm supposed to be adding here? I know I did my speed, and it was like it started off. They wanted me to do 10.99, but then I just adjusted to like 8.20.10.
So let's see.
That was +6
Your
plus
might can't go down. So
34.
why unless Swift's made it go down?
Made what go down? Oh, my might. I chose not to use 10 unless I don't have that option, and I have to
You don't
use.
have that option. So you got
Okay.
10.99 as your base, and then your Swift is immediately going to change that speed from 9 to 13. So 10, 13, 9, and then you have 6 points that you can flex over that. So you could do 10, 19, 9 if you wanted to pulse the wall speed like you were doing.
Yep, got that. Cool. I made it 19.
There you go.
There we go. Let's see. For my skills, I already did in the piloting, running. Oh yeah, I get a running. Oh yeah, we already said that. Yeah, that's pretty much the character for now. I'm still working on him, but I like the direction. He's,
Oh, yeah.
redemption storyline, penance.
So let's do abilities.
Okay.
So
for the abilities, I chose the Find the Way,
I like it.
which seems to be on whatever point for him. Fleet of Foot, I can go like really long distances on an extra turn or during a turn, or if I sacrifice a point, I can attack and go a long distance. And then Flex Lore, each 10-hour recovery roll when you have access to a high technology digital reference library, choose 1 field of knowledge related to a specific planet or some location. That field might have habitations, customs, governments, characteristics. So it's kind of like a data kind of thing. At the beginning of every morning, I can kind of give them a heads up of like where we're going.
And that comes really from pilot more so than it comes from your type, but yes.
Yep. And then pilot, let's see. Yeah, I'm trained in all tasks relating to piloting a starcraft, generally speaking. And then I have surging confidence because I'm a very confident pilot, because you can't be a non-confident pilot. You wouldn't be a pilot.
Right.
And then trained without armor, because pilots don't typically engage too much in combat, so I'm assuming there's something that he has that keeps him from having to wear it or whatever.
Trained in speed defense is no small thing too. So when it comes to not getting shot, it's great.
Yes. Maybe he just has like, cavalry armor or something, just real light armor.
Yep. Cool. Then yeah, I'll let you go through and look through the equipment stuff to get that all banged out more specifically. But we're gonna do ciphers once everyone's kind of done with the rest of it. Ryan.
All right. I don't have a name yet. And I don't know why it's not letting me type on the descriptor for whatever reason.
That is weird. Hold on.
But
It's almost certainly my fault.
All good.
There you go. Try again.
I am going to be a resilient warrior who hunts. And so yeah, I was thinking him be like hunting being the main target. Either members of the Remnant or the Fist. Haven't really worked that out yet on what side. Maybe both. Because both are not great. In my worldview. So yeah.
So starting out type-wise, we can start with your stat array.
Yes.
I believe warrior starts out as 10, 10,
8.
8. And resilient doesn't. Oh no, resistant.
Resistant.
2 might.
Yes, sorry.
2 might to intellect. So that'll change you to
Yes.
12,
10,
10, 10.
Okay.
And then you get 6 that you can flex around after that.
6 that I can flex around. I'll do 3 in might and 3 in speed. Oh, that'd be 15. Yeah.
Do you want your first edge to be in might or in speed?
It'll be in might.
Okay.
And then I have some skills. So it's alt spacebar, or what is it? It's control spacebar.
So generally speaking, like, because you're talking about the ones that come from hunts, right?
Resilient. Or like,
yeah, from the
just in
resilient
general.
descriptor,
Yeah.
you can actually drag those onto your character sheet. So recover, skill, inability, you can just drag those over. You don't have to do any of that.
How do I pull it up in Foundry again? What is the keybind?
I got you.
Oh, great. Thank you.
No sweat.
So, and just do 3.
Number 37.
Jury is not recognized by the character creation tool. It's doing here. I'll just drag them one by one.
Yep.
Okay.
Hell yeah. You can do the same thing with hunts. You can just drag over the 2 tier 1 abilities from hunts.
Hunts.
Do you want me to pop that out for you too?
Yeah. Thank you. And then hunts. You said the 2 tier 1s?
That's right.
All right. That is all done. And then I have
you
to do equipment and
No,
abilities.
you have 4 special abilities from the warrior type.
Yes. I haven't looked through those all yet. Let's see here. I think
If you want to take time, I can go and I can start rolling ciphers for folk.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna close out these docs. All right, back to the top. Okay, we're gonna do ciphers.
Okay.
We're going to try and do ciphers. 1 second. All right, I think Kai, your cipher limit. I think everyone's cipher limit is 2, actually. Alrighty. You should be able to drag those directly onto your sheet. And for each of these, I'm not going to do like a form generation type thing. You just get to describe kind of what you think it looks like.
Wait.
All right, same for Noah. Sven. All right, just for Scooter.
Yes.
Noah, your second one was that sleep inducer, by the way.
Yes, the
Cool.
sleep inducer and the nullification ray, right?
I just see an information sensor on your
Oh, yep, nope. That. How do I delete?
Alt and click on the archive button.
Interesting. Thank you.
No sweat. And finally for Ryan.
All right. Oh, perfect.
Brian, I'm gonna modify your character sheet to add the extra recovery roll, I should say.
Perfect.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
And I think the other thing I want to check, I believe Scooter has training in initiative,
I do. I do.
and I want to make sure that that is factored.
Okay.
That was just a flat roll, so I need to come in here. That's how that works. So whenever we do initiative, specifically for Scooter, you're going to go in there and you're going to hit the cross swords button on your initiative skill.
Okay.
Let's just test that real quick. Go ahead and punch that.
Done.
There you go. It's working.
Sweet. Let's just trying.
Hell yeah. Okay. Equipment wise, Kai, are you ready to talk through kind of what you're starting with?
Yes. So for equipment, I have chosen. So my character states that I get tools. So I just chose a bag of heavy and light tools. I also chose a flashlight and handcuffs. Just seems on brand. And then for combat, she has blowgun darts that I believe come out of her arm. An armored bodysuit, which I think is just built into her body, but for flavor, I just chose it because it encumbers as if not wearing any armor, so I just assume it's part of her body. And then I chose grenades. I chose a sonic grenade and a thermite grenade.
Hell yeah. Justin, you ready to talk equipment at all?
I need a minute or two. Still working out a few of the cheaper items.
Where's that? Ryan.
Yeah, so I will have a handgun, which I would imagine we flavored to be like a laser handgun.
Yep.
A nightstick, a leather jacket, a book, a roll of duct tape, a flashlight, and some trail rations.
All right. I dig it. And I think we'll be able to kind of end things after Justin does his equipment. I think we're out there and we can set the first scene to go, and we'll do all this at the start of next session.
I'm so close. We could go ahead. I could just finish it.
What are you thinking though? Like you thinking a weapon?
I'm thinking. Right now I have a weapon, an energy baton, and then I have an enhanced goggles, which is kind of like attaches to him to the ship, so he can get readings of things in the field and stuff like that.
Okay, a scouter. Got it.
Yeah, like I'm calling it stellar vision, but and then he has a flight suit, and then a lucky bamboo plant,
Hell yes.
and I need about 2 more items. So that's where I'm at.
That's fine. You can take your time, like, and y'all can change all aspects of a lot of these decisions between. We'll just go over it at the start of next session. But yeah, that was a stellar character creation run.
Let's see what you
Hell
got
yeah.
there.
I'm excited to play now.
Yeah, I'm really excited to get this off the ground, and that was really smooth character creation. I think doing the Cypher system run beforehand, I think really helped us. So,
Yeah,
uh,
for sure.
Justin, can I peel your attention away for that? We can do outros and
Yep.
Do we
All
want
right.
to do art?
oh shit, crap. Okay, East Coasters, we got time to do art?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, let's do some art. And then that's right, we even talked through the stream about how we would do this.
Boom.
All right. Da-da-da-da. Changing my camera over. Ryan, you ready?
Yeah, it's showing right now on stream.
There we go. All right. Let's start from the top there. So Noah, what do we pass to the magic robots to get sweet art?
What
Oh,
do we have any?
Brandon, I think you don't need a smaller screen. I have it showing the channel
Oh,
on
crap.
stream. You'd be good there.
Um,
So I can uncrop it, you're saying?
Yeah. You can just full screen yourself.
Oh. Because we fancy. Da, da, da. There we go. So I'm gonna go back and look at X7. Vicious warrior who battles robots. I'm just going to literally type that in right now.
yeah.
See where that takes us. Probably not the direction we want, but. And you were attacking with a laser rifle, so you're like a space warrior.
I say like a commando kind of things. I've got like lightweight battle armor. Ooh, yeah, this is a. I'm digging the top left mech and the bottom left mech, but that is
Not quite the vibe. That is not what sorry, a cat jumped on my keyboard. Oof. Go so. Alright.
Let me try something real quick.
Let's come out neat. Astronaut with a gun. Y'all aren't hearing this chaos to my side, right?
No.
Here and there, we hear clanking. I don't know, but it's not a big deal.
There we go.
I'll be right back. Sorry.
The bottom left of yours looks like what's the robot from Hitchhiker's Guide?
Yeah, it does.
If he was a soldier.
I'm also surprised that those are the. Yeah. I think it's
That's
interesting that for Grizzled, 3 of those look like tabletop minis.
uh-huh. Yeah.
They don't look like.
What's what's the word for like where it's you can do this with any shot where it looks like you're taking a picture of miniatures. Oh my gosh. I forget what it's called.
Oh, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. I like this one.
Hell yeah. Blow it up. I'm gonna do the upscales on it, but we can just grab the normal one for Foundry itself. Modify, paste target. Alright. Do you have the ability to just manage your token? Can you do all that?
Let me check.
So I will move on.
I do not.
Okay. I will do the thing. Da-da-da. That just worked. Cool. For your token, like, what will you go as Harlan or X7? You think more?
Heartland. I think the X7 is like only to other people who are part of whatever
Okay,
organization he's part of.
Harlan it is. All right. For YK Oh, 23. Let's start that art up. What should we pass to the magic robots?
Good question. I think I just see like a very tall, pretty generic android. As I see her being in a line of like mass produced robots.
So when you say android, are we thinking something that is visibly not human, or is it something that passes as human? How do you want that to play?
But because I was originally thinking of this character as someone who. No, I think it's someone who is made to look human, but is very like obviously not. If that makes sense, like it's not like Detroit Become Human where they look exactly like human beings,
Right?
but it's made to be in like the shape of a human.
Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna make custom token rings as well. But I won't necessarily do that on stream. Going to remix that because I think it's right-ish.
Yeah, it's very close.
That first one looks close.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few of these I like. Do y'all see them as they're developing? I don't remember if that's just me or
Yeah.
not.
Yep.
Thoughts? We can change up that prompt.
I kind of like. I think that for the last one, U1 is the closest. But like less of the backpacky thing, if that makes sense.
I see. So let's take this guy and let's do some variation. I'm gonna try the very region on this real quick and just see if I can make it not do the backpack. Oh, the very strong. Those are coming out good. Those look so cool. All right. What's your thoughts?
I do. Let's see. I think for the very strong, I like either U2 or U3.
See how they upscale. We'll have those popping through. And I will go on to Ryan or Justin. Justin was looking through books. Ryan, let's go.
Yeah. I would like um a I don't know what the word would be, but like a hardened mercenary who has a scar on their eye, kind of like almost like a bullet scar.
Yeah,
Kind of like a
I'm imagining like
yeah.
a traditional cable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Any weapon in this picture?
Mm. Uh. No, I don't think we need one.
Not explicitly. We'll see what
Yeah,
the.
not explicitly. Yeah.
I like the cracked aesthetic on the skin for the creatives. I don't know.
I like the top right and the bottom right ones.
I kind of want to zoom it out though. I think I don't want the.
Close up, yeah.
So yeah, I'm getting something between Cable and Big Boss.
Yeah. Oh, I like the blue aesthetic.
Oh yeah, we lost that. Oh, because I forgot to throw my suffix on there.
Sammy? No.
Um
Fuzzy, but top right's looking promising.
Yeah. It is.
And bottom right.
Top right, bottom right. My two favorites of those.
I'm going to remix it.
Remix.
That was not the one I wanted.
Mm.
like the
Ooh,
last one.
yeah,
Number
top-
4 has like that Genji look. Oh, but the top
Oh
left has a
yeah. The bottom right does have Genji look, but top left, I think that fits the best.
This is the winner.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's the winner.
Upscaling it.
All right,
Let's start working on Justin.
Justin.
Heyo.
What you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking a kind of young adult male that is very wiry, kind of tall, but has a thin build. He's really fast, so just thinking kind of like a runner's build or a long distance runner's build. Let's see. I kind of imagine brown hair. He's wearing a white shirt with a brown vest.
Okay. We'll see how it does with colors.
Oh, and also he has his goggles, and that's kind of a big one just because it seems pretty useful to be able to use the goggles. So it might be a bigger thing, like Snake's goggles or something from that one thing, the one game. Siphon Filter? No, not Siphon Filter. Which one was it? With Snake.
Almost certainly not Snake, but I know where you're going. Ryan, do we have a name for this guy?
Metal Gear codename Snake. So
Siphon
Metal
Filter?
Gear. That's the name.
Oh,
Siphon Filter. I don't know.
It's completely different.
No name yet for mine, but
Gotcha.
I'm working on it.
Oh.
Oh man, once we start mentioning colors, it completely.
Yeah, don't worry about the colors. They have kind of a 80s Star Wars look to them.
Yeah.
Except for that little tiny spaceship on the top right that kind of looks like an F-16, but like my 10-year-old could ride.
Yeah, it's an F-16 parked in front of the grocery store.
Yes. Coin operated.
It's an F6, not an F16.
Yes. In a future where drones did not become a thing. You didn't like my edgy speed racer?
I like that one. I did. That's the right direction. Other than it wouldn't work with the goggles as much, and the goggles are
Am I
like a big
misspelling
thing.
goggles? Is that why it didn't pick that up?
No, that's right.
It's because I'm saying spaceship or whatever.
Maybe put like futuristic white flight suit or advanced or fancy. Interesting. It's interesting that it keeps going with this kind of like vintage view of what the future looked like
Mm-hmm.
style. I like it. Of all those, number one would be the closest.
Just because there's literally goggles there.
Yeah, exactly. while you're working on that, I think the other equipment items, the two that I added, was the folding pocket knife and temperature gauge gun. Which the temperature gauge gun is an inexpensive item that just measures temperatures by pointing at it, just like a temperature
yeah.
gauge gun. And then pocket knife.
These are getting closer with the rest of the aesthetic, just no goggles yet. Let's see. I'm trying to really tell it to focus on that. Maybe I take flight suit off. And maybe I don't drop my entire suffix. Da, da, da. There we go. We're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
And I can remix off of this. I'm going to go ahead and say male because it is leaning towards female.
I mean, Scooter's a good female name.
Do you have a preference there?
Nah, not really. I mean, I guess it's probably male. I just don't know too many. Well, I mean, I guess a female could be a Scooter, but I think it'd be confusing.
Now I brought it all back. Crap. Hold on. Get rid of white plate suit. And just say that go.
Oh, and rations, like dehydrated space ice cream. He also has that.
Hell yeah. Oh, we lost Guy. Night Guy. All right, I'm going to remix this a couple times. I'll also add full body to this, although those are starting to look a lot better. I think we found the prompt.
I like that bottom left one.
The one with the round kind of skull cap helmet?
Yeah.
That's not the right one. Sorry.
I like the huge goggle aesthetic.
Right? The oversized thingies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna upscale that one Did I already uplarged? Uplarged. Me making words. Cool. I think that one's gonna be the thing. Whenever one of these finishes upscaling.
Looks pretty badass.
I agree. Doing it. All right. So, modify pace. Go.
I will be right back.
Roger. All right. We have art. This looks great.
Digging it.
And I have a name.
what is it?
Xander Karthparine.
Hell yeah. Let me get that baked into the token. Cool. All right. I think we're ready for outros.
All right, everybody. Y'all ready for this? We are doing outros. So make sure to check out Raven's Realm Tabletop at our Discord and join the Discord and get involved with the community, because we really have an awesome community here and a great group of people and moderators, and everyone just kind of wants to create a cool place where you can be safe and enjoy yourself in the world of fantasy and roleplay games and whatnot. Make sure to like and subscribe us on all the major places like Spotify, YouTube, Twitch, maybe. Just give us reviews, likes, and everything else. Maybe we could start working towards promotions to get some more or something of that sort. Anyway, make sure to check all that out. Additionally, we have Noah here to tell us about the Ravens marches in a minute here, but I guess for now, just make sure to go to bandlab.com/mixsushi3. You'll see or be able to hear some of the music from the show there. I also have an album on Spotify and the season 2 theme on Spotify too, under my band name of Project Born, Bourne. Yeah, take it away to, let's go with Noah, since I just mentioned him.
He just stepped
Oh,
out.
he's gone? Oh, excellent. Great
Solid.
timing. Okay, then Ryan, how about it?
Hey, I'm Ryan. As Justin said, join the Discord. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/ballandrye, as well as in the Discord. And be sure to stick around for a raid of a channel that is live. And I'll pass it on
Mysterious.
pass it on to Brandon.
Hey folks, I'm Brandon. I'll be the GM for season 3. Looking real forward to getting all this going and making it look real nice. We're going to be spinning up a World Anvil setup. Technically, it's already stood up, but there's no content there. We'll be filling it in. We're going to use that within the tabletop itself, but also detailing the setting and world and characters we meet. As Noah would say, we've got Raven Marches revamp coming up here shortly. We actually are hoping to launch that, if I had to guess, this month. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, you can find me through every other social media platform. Go check out the Ravens Realm Discord, and you can chat with us all right in there. Let's see, we lost Kai early. You can, yeah. Also, she hangs out there. pretty sure she burned down all the rest of socials as well. So
Mhm.
Noah as well. We'll go ahead and call it here because I know it's super late on the East Coast.
Oh yeah.
All right, we'll see y'all. Is session 1 next week?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
Alright.
We're there, everybody.
We're there.
Season
We could have played
3.
tonight.
Oh no, it just came back.
Hey, he could promote things. Or not.
Yeah. He's like, oh shit.
What am I promoting?
We just wrapped up outros. I mentioned Ravens marches and all that goodness and joining the Discord.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Stick around for the raid. Bye. Bye.